In manufacturing, there are two types of production which is available. One is a push based system and another one is a pull based production. In this video, let us look at the differences between a push system versus a pull system. Come, let's get started. Hi there, this is Anant, your trusted lean manufacturing partner, and welcome to Kaizen Club. In this video, we are going to see the differences between push production versus a pull production. So, what is a push production? Push production means the production happens based on the forecasts, right? Then there will be schedules, and then there is a planned output, right? The schedules generally are given by the production planning and control department, and the forecast generally given by the sales department, right? So, most of the products which you see in a supermarket, right, which are made to stock, they are all coming from this push production, meaning the sales team will create a forecast, then they will send it to the production planning and control. Then the management takes a call and they look at the size of the forecast and they break it into weekly, monthly. So that schedule will be given to the production department, so they push it, right? So whether there is an actual sales based on the forecast or not, the production department will do the production and push it to the next operation or the next process. That is called as a push production. What is a pull production? Pull production means the production happens only when there is an actual demand from the downstream process or the customers. When I say downstream, the next process is called downstream, right? So I produce a component and give it to the next stage. That's called as a downstream activity. So it's going downstream. So when there is a demand in the downstream, then only I start producing it. Otherwise, I will not produce, right? So similarly, there is a customer order, external customer order, I will produce and ship it to the customer. So this pull-based production means there is a demand, actual demand, and I am serving the customer, whether the customer can be external or internal. This is the overall concept. Now let us look at the trigger. For a push-based system, right, there is no trigger. The push is happening through the schedules. So whether there is an actual demand or not, the production happens because it is given as a schedule by the production planning department or the top management, right? So it is pushed through a predetermined plan. But in a pull production, the trigger starts when there is a signal, right? The signal can be, we call it as a Kanban, or it can be a verbal order, or it can be an actual production order, right? So there is a pull from the market, and then the trigger happens, and based on the trigger the production happens. So this is in the pull production. And let us come to the inventory part. In inventory, the push system creates higher WIP and stockpiles, because in case there is not a lot of demand, again the production will keep on producing it, right? So in between there will be a lot of WIP piling up, stockpiles will happen, right? Because we are producing ahead of the need, right? We are made to stock, we are making the product to stock. But in a pull production, there is not a lot of WIP. There will be a predetermined small quantity of WIP which is kept in between the process. Sometimes we if there is a continuous line, there will not be any WIP. In case there is a supermarket in between two processes, there will be some level of WIP. But otherwise, the WIP and the inventory level will be vastly reduced, right? Because we are producing only when it is needed. And the goal of the push production is maximizing the output, utilizing the machine to the fullest. Whether there is demand or not, I want to run the machine, right? Maximizing the output is the big goal of push production. And goal of the pull production is minimize the waste, minimize the overproduction, and meeting the customer demand. The idea itself is, the goal itself is to reduce the overproduction and inventory, right? Produce whatever is required. Let us take an example of a hotel in India where they make a lot of idlis. Idlis are manufactured based on the push system because it's a long lead time item. So they have a proper most of the hotels will have a predetermined demand. Let us say they will say 1000 idlis I will sell. So they will prepare the idlis and keep it. In case there is no demand, the idlis will go for waste. But in case there is an excess demand, they cannot produce more also. They will say, okay, idlis is gone, it's sold out, right? So most of the time we go to a hotel, we don't get idlis as hot, right? Because they will be kept in a hot pack, so it is not fresh. And compared to the idlis, let us come to the pull production, like a dosa, right? A dosa is prepared only when there is a customer order. right? Otherwise, the dosa, a little bit of the dosa batter is kept ready, right? So the WIP in this case is the dosa flour or the batter. When there is an actual order, then only they prepare the dosa, right? So the dosa will never go out of stock unless the batter is empty, right? And you will always get it as fresh, like hot. So that's how that's a pull production, because when there is a customer order, then only they are preparing the dosa. Let us look at push production versus pull production. In push production, it is not very flexible because we are producing predetermined quantity. I mean, based on the forecast, right? So it is less responsive, and there is a risk of overproduction. And many times companies, they have a lot of non-moving items because of this push production. If they prepare a lot of items, and if they don't get sold in the market, it may end up as a non-moving item. And compared to a pull production now, we will not have a lot of non-moving items. The obsolescence, the risk is less, the space utilization is less, because we are producing as per the demand, so there is no overproduction. Because there is no overproduction, less space is required for the factory, so more space can be freed up, right, in a pull production. The push production is less flexible and the pull production is more flexible. These are all some of the differences between push production and pull production. Most of the companies today, the FMCG products, the typical made to stock items, they're all in a push system, right? The sales team will give the forecast, and the production team will produce based on the forecast and dump it in the market, and they hope that all the products whichever they produce, they become sold. But there are very few companies now, they started looking at the pull production. Most of the automobile companies now, they are doing pull production, right? Only the customer, once the customer places an order, that information is shared to the factory, and then the particular color, the variant is being produced and then comes to the customer. So this is how most of the companies now embracing the pull production. So these are all some of the differences between push production and pull production. The next video, we will talk about how to implement pull production, how Kanban and supermarket will help you in implementing this pull production. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. If you are interested in learning more about lean, there are a few courses which you can check out in our online courses page. The link, I am giving it in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. See you. Bye bye.